welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries, a podcast where I, Sean, along with my friend Melanie,
hello,
are watching and talking about every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Today we are going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 14, Innocence.
Yep.
But before we get there, we're about halfway through Season 2.
Yes.
Which is very surprising to me.
You didn't think we were going to make it this far?
No, just how fast it went by. I feel like the first season felt longer for us to read.
Because it was so painful.
Maybe that was why. But yeah, we're more than halfway through at this point.
I was just looking back at trying to recap in my mind the first half of season 2, like some assembly required and Inca Mummy Girl and seems so long ago. I can't believe that was just not that long ago.
Yeah. So there were 13 episodes in the first season, or we've completed 13. How do you think this first half of season 2 compares to all of season 1?
I will admit it's better, Sean.
Okay.
I mean, we did have some episodes in the first half of this season that were kind of silly. The Some Assembly Required was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And the reptile boy and some of it was not great. But definitely, as you've said, there's more of a consistent storyline and arcs being developed. Season 1 seemed much more random.
Right.
With, the monster of the week, as you've called it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's probably because they were still getting their footing, and weren't sure if they were going to be coming back. But now they know that they're going to be around, so they can develop these characters a little more.
Right.
I was thinking about it today, and that it's harder for me. Well, it's not harder for me to make fun. I'll always be able to make fun of some things in this season, in this show. But it's not as obviously ridiculous. The effects are a little better. Maybe the storylines are a little bit better. But I was thinking about that earlier.
Okay. What about new characters that have been introduced?
So we met Spike and Drusilla this season, and obviously, I really like Drusilla a lot. And hopefully she's going to be coming to a convention near us. Yeah.
I would be very
happy. We have talked about this Orlando convention that's coming up, and there are quite a few Buffy people that are going to be there.
Yeah.
I've been waffling, but if Drusilla is going to be there, I think that might be the
clincher?
I think so.
All right, Juliet Landau.
That's right.
We're waiting.
Yes.
I don't. David Boreanaz, Charisma Carpenter, and Julie Benz.
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
I will feel really bad if we go and we meet Julie Benz. You're gonna be like, we have a podcast, and we like, all I do is
trash you.
Trash you. It's not you personally, Julie Benz. I guess it was for a little while, but I don't know.
I don't remember which, because there's the Tampa one that's coming up in the summer, and then this Orlando one, which I think is September.
Tampa, then Dragon Con, then the Orlando. I don't know.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah. But Christy McNichol is coming to one of them.
Yes.
I was like, I have seen more like non-sci-fi fantasy.
Yes. So
actors.
Really interesting. Blue's Clues. Steve is going to be at one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really interesting people that are going to be at these conventions. It is.
I do think if we go to that one, the Orlando one.
Yeah.
That we should, if we can, like spring for like a VIP pass.
I was thinking, oh my gosh, if we do go to that one, we're going to be spending a lot of money on autographs and photo ops.
Well, I think like some of those VIP passes, not that it includes it, but
it's cheaper.
It may be a discount. Yeah.
We'll look into it.
We shall.
If anybody listening is from our area, we could meet up.
Yes. At either the Tampa Bay Comic Convention.
Yes.
Or the FanBoy Expo.
That's it. FanBoy Expo in Orlando.
Yep.
Or at Dragon Con in Atlanta. I'll be at that one.
I may be at that one. I would like to.
Yeah.
I'm seeing if anybody. Christy McNichol is the Orlando one. Okay. And then
I'd have to ask her about the pirate movie. Did you ever see the pirate movie?
Not
with Christy McNichol and Christopher Atkins.
Not the pirate movie we were talking about at that party I had.
No, not the porno movie. No, it was a kind of a musical parody of the Pirates of Penzance from the 80s when Christopher Atkins, he was so dreamy. He was so dreamy. But yeah, it was a really funny version of that. I guess Pirates of Penzance is kind of funny too, but yes, it was one of those movies that was on HBO all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it got good reviews or anything, but I watched it a lot.
All right, what else? I know the name and I recognize her face. What else do I know Christy McNichol from?
She was in a show. It was a spinoff of the Golden Girls with Dinah Manoff, who...
Empty Nest?
Empty Nest!
Yes, I watched that.
She was also, as a child, she was on a very popular drama called Family.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right, so getting us back on track.
She also had a musical, it might have been a variety show with her brother, Jimmy.
Man, that's something that died off towards the end of the 70s. Variety shows. Yeah. Brady
Bunch variety show.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was, wow.
It was bad.
Yeah.
They had to lower the microphones on a few of the kids. For real. What a time to be alive.
You know, I loved, because my sister was a huge Brady Bunch fan, still is. I love those songs from the episodes, though.
I had the Donnie and Marie dolls, and I had their play set that was like the stage and their backstage. Love it.
Nice. So now I'm really getting us back on track.
All right.
So Spike and Drusilla, and you've said you like Drew, you like her kookiness. Do you like Spike?
He's okay.
Okay.
He's all right.
Who else do we have? We have Oz.
I like him a lot, too.
Yeah.
He seems like a really good guy. Very earnest and sweet.
Right. Really, not much else. I mean, there's been Jonathan, but he's really just in the background.
He's kind of funny. He just kind of pops up. I was thinking about it earlier. Why am I thinking about this show when we're not recording, Sean?
Because it's amazing.
I was thinking, we just finished watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine this week. Oh man, it took us a long time to watch that show.
You and your husband?
Yes, we watched it over a couple of years. We started pre-COVID for sure. Anyway, we just finished. Well, we lost access. It went off of Hulu and onto Paramount, so we had to find somebody that could help us log into Paramount. Anyway, there's a character on that show called Morn, who's like this big, burly alien guy who just sits at the bar. He's in every episode.
Just hanging out in the background?
Yes, he never says anything. He doesn't talk, but he's in every episode, and they refer to him, and they, there was one episode that revolved around him. But he never talks. But he's in every single episode. I feel like that's what Jonathan is in this show. He just kind of is there.
Right.
What a good deal for that guy.
Yeah, why not?
Who played him? Maybe he'll come to a convention.
Danny Strong.
Danny Strong.
And he's actually
we should find him on Instagram.
He's actually a well-known writer now. Looks like he won a couple of Emmys. Done Dope Sick. The screenplay for Hunger Games, Mockingjay, both parts.
Good for you, Danny Strong.
Yeah.
You go, Danny Strong. Are you going to be at Dragon Con? You going to be in Orlando? That would be so funny if he was at Orlando and he was just sitting at a table behind the panel.
He wasn't in the forefront. He was just in the back.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? No one else is really coming to mind other than Larry, but he's a jerk so far.
Oh, yeah, the bully Larry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
Oh, and Kendra.
Oh, yes, Kendra.
Hey, Mon.
Yes. Kendra.
And Ted.
Ted's dead.
Ted bot.
So, what do you... Given where we're at right now, episode 14...
Yeah.
We haven't actually talked about this episode yet, so let's take out the Angel plot line.
Okay.
What else do you think is going to happen this season? I'll ask you more at the end after we discuss the episode.
I think Oz and Willow will get together. I think Jenny is going to go away.
Okay.
I hope so, because I'm not pleased with this new arc that they're taking Jenny on.
Okay.
I think... What do I think is going to happen with Spike? and Drusilla. I hope they carry on. I hope they're in much more. I don't know. Anything could happen. We've said it before. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Okay. What about, let's see who have Xander and Cordelia.
They're not going to last.
Okay.
Their relationship is not based on anything real and solid.
Okay. Anything else related to, like, comparing this to season 1?
Joyce will still be awful.
Yes. I'm not going to disagree with you there. There's one scene in particular that I'm thinking of that's coming up.
Man.
Yeah. Oh,
Joyce. Oh, Joyce.
She was a little bit better in this episode, but still overall pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Should we jump into Innocence?
Okay.
So we get it previously on?
Yes.
And
The recap is the judge is here. Buffy and Angel do it.
Yeah.
And then Angel is having really bad stomach pains in the alleyway. That's where it ends. He's having, like, ulcerative colitis or something. Some IBD. He's doubled over. Calling for Buffy.
And then we go off to the warehouse.
I don't know. Do you think vampires have gas? Because they don't have breath.
Well,
Do you think they have other gaseous emissions?
Well, they don't have breath, and they're not getting any air into their body to create the gaseous emissions. So I'm going to say no.
All right.
I'm going to say no.
All right.
But we go off to the warehouse.
The factory.
Factory, you're right.
Factory.
Factory.
I think this is the first time I've heard it referred to as the factory.
What do you think they made in this factory?
Vampires. Judges.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Anointed ones.
And ashes.
Yeah,
From the
ashes.
anointed ones. All right. Spike's in a wheelchair, red wheelchair.
I didn't notice.
I'd never noticed the color before. But
Again, it's taking him an awful long time to heal
yeah.
from whatever is going on with him.
He had a church collapse on him. That's a lot.
Yeah, okay. All he's got to show for it is like some scarring on his cheek.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drusilla is in a red gown. I liked it. It looked very nice.
I liked her nails. She's got like this really cool like vampire French manicure where it's red but the tips are white. Mm-hmm. Very cool. She's got some cool nail art in these episodes. They're preparing, and the judge is in the corner behind them, not saying anything. Again, a weird camera angle. They just pan over him. He's over in the corner. They're having a whole scene without him, but he's there in the corner.
He's on his knees, right?
He's on his knees.
Yep.
He's like in a like a Karate Kid at the tournament. They preparing before they go to the mat.
Yes,
that was what that was.
Okay.
He's gonna do some crane kicks.
My only note about it is Drew moaning and smiling. That's all I wrote.
Let's see. They're I said while Spike and the judge are bickering at each other, it's another great camera angle where they just show Drusilla half of her face in the very forefront of the shot with those guys in the back talking. Like, just her face, and then they show her hand, just her arm and her hand in the shot. But it's, like, really close up. And then you hear her go, ooh! And I was like, ooh, okay, she's gonna get crazy again. I like this. All right, go ahead, Drusilla. Yeah, she just falls to the floor and says, Angel!
Yep. And then we get to Buffy.
Buffy wakes up at Angel's.
In bed.
There's some really loud rain and thunder. Like, really loud. Like, she's not even in an apartment.
She's under a tarp.
I wondered if it was a noise machine they had in there, you know, with fake rain and thunder. Because when they go outside and they show you Angel, it's not raining.
No, you're right. It's not. It's not.
There's some thunder way in the distance, but I thought, oh, maybe that's coming from the apartment.
Right.
Because it was so loud in there.
And perfect makeup.
Of course.
First thing in the morning.
Of course.
Yeah. Angel is out in the not rain.
Right. Puddles.
Yep. Blonde woman comes over. Need help? Should I call 911?
Is she a hooker? Why is she in that alleyway? She looked kind of like a hooker, but she's not a very good hooker because what customer does she think she's going to get, like tucked back in the alleyway like that? Besides, an ailing vampire.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you. I'm here to bring the truth. So she meets up with Angel, wants to help him, and he just straight out vamps out and attacks her.
And then exhales smoke.
He's smoking! How can he smoke? He's got no breath.
Well, not only that.
And he's blowing the smoke out. How can you exhale the smoke when you have no breath? This show.
Well, forget that.
What?
Even beyond that.
What?
So he sucked her blood. Smoke doesn't travel in blood. That's not how it works.
Because she was smoking.
Yes. That's why.
She was smoking.
Yes.
But later on, he is smoking.
Yes, he is smoking in the factory.
And I'm like, how are you smoking? But yes, okay. Yes, the blood does not convey the smoke.
No.
This show is ridiculous.
This part.
I take back what I said earlier. This show is still ridiculous.
So did you see that coming? Angel.
Oh, that he was gonna vamp out and turn back to douchey boy? No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So you were surprised.
I was surprised.
Like the name of the previous episode.
Surprise!
Yeah. Credits.
We have credits.
And I just want to state that the Amy's mom scream is still included in the credits.
Okay.
I know it disappears.
Okay.
I actually saw somebody made a TikTok.
I don't even pay attention.
Somebody made a TikTok about it.
Oh, really?
Yes, because he was thought it would be there and then it's not. And he's just screaming out his own.
Where it goes, yeah!
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
It disappears at some point.
I have
soon.
to tell you one thing from the credits that annoys me every time.
Okay.
And again, this is like a video thing that I'll do for you, Sean, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Right before that, when the whatever wind is blowing at Buffy, she does this. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I absolutely do. Yes.
I don't even remember what scene that's from where she does that.
Mm-mm.
It's like a powerlifting move.
Yes.
Where she hulks out.
A piece of trivia that I found out today while I was preparing. When this episode premiered, it was a switch from Mondays to Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. This was the first Tuesday episode. Mm-hmm. And it was on Tuesdays all the time after that because I would always try to avoid working any Tuesday so that I could watch it live.
Okay. Oh, you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Sean, we're old.
But, I mean, keep in mind, I watched, season 3 through 7 live, so that was a lot of Tuesdays.
Yes.
But because of that, because Surprise was a cliffhanger into this one, people only had one day in between. So they had Surprise on Monday, and then...
they didn't wait a whole week.
No, So after the credits...
Buffy comes home.
Sneaking in.
My notes are... Joyce has no idea that she was out effing.
But
Joyce is like, is something wrong? You look, and I put effed, deflowered, de-virginized.
I wrote all
Joyce?
I wrote all in caps. You look just like a whore.
And she would know. I've never felt so close to you. No, she has no idea.
No, none.
Worst.
Bad mom.
Worst.
Then we go to the library.
Yes. Buffy's late.
Yes.
No sign of Angel.
Mm-mm. Xander was at the bus depot overnight.
Yes. What did he say? Something happened to him at the bus. Did somebody try to do his hair or put makeup on him or something?
Proposition. It was the prostitute from the alley.
We have confirmation that the judge is active.
Mm-hmm.
Giles going to keep researching. He tells Buffy to look for weak spots. Everybody else get to class. And I thought, is class going on this whole time? And they're all just not in class, including Jenny. There's a whole class of computer kids in the
just
computer.
Hanging out.
They're just wondering what happened to our teacher.
Carving their initials in their arm.
Yeah.
Like season 1. Yeah, well, it's California. Yeah, things are loose. Yeah, you go to class.
Man,
Maybe,
right.
go to class.
Yeah, okay.
Get a free.
Jenny says she's going to go on the net.
Yeah.
Send out some globals.
Then we get the hallway. Willow and Buffy are on the stairs. Mm-hmm. Jenny's lurking. Then we go back to the factory.
Yep.
You really notice Spike's scar in this scene.
Yes.
It is pretty prominent.
It's pretty gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough to put him in a wheelchair, but okay.
No, that was the church collapsing on him. I just told you that like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, and Drusilla says, I'm naming all the stars. And Spike says, you can't see the stars. That's the ceiling. And it's day.
I love that line. That's one of my favorite lines from season 2.
That's pretty good.
Because she's just so wacky.
So wacky.
Because she also named them all the same name. And there's lots of confusion.
Did she say what the name was?
No,
I would have loved that.
Cassiopeia.
If we meet her, I'm going to ask her, You named all the stars. What did you name them? And she's going to go, what are you talking about?
Harold.
You nerd. So then Angel shows up, and he's very douchey. Mm-hmm. And the judge can't burn him because he's clean and has no humanity in him. Oh, man. So now he's Angelus again.
Yep. He's back, baby.
Yep. And over this is where I said, hey, how's he smoking when he has no breath?
Yeah.
And he's going to take Buffy out. But he's going to do it slow.
Because just like he did Drusilla, yeah, he likes the torturing.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Another good line from Drusilla. We're going to destroy the world. Want to come? Off to the library.
Back to the library. Angel's still not around. Oh, yeah, and Willow says, Buffy even hit up Willie the Snitch and beat him up a couple times. Does that mean that she beat him up and then she left and then she went back and she beat him up again?
I think it was just...
She beat him up, he was unconscious, he came to, and she beat him up some more.
Yeah, I think it was all on the same visit.
Okay.
I don't think she left.
All right.
But even that didn't help.
She beat him up a couple times.
Willow's on the phone with Buffy and Xander. Say hi for me. In the middle of this crisis.
Oh, yeah, and she did mention that Buffy is extra wigged.
Yes.
Yes, because of her dreams. Mm-hmm. Willow catches Xander and Cordelia making out in the stacks.
That was, I felt, was a good scene. Kind of two of them kissing, they pull apart.
Yeah.
And Willow's there, and she just looks so hurt.
Yeah, and she runs out the hallway, and Xander follows her. And her last line to him, it just means you'd rather be with someone you hate than be with me. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Also in that scene, we get the We Hate Cordelia Club, of which you are the treasurer.
Yeah, that was funny. So Buffy's gonna go home, but she gets to the door and turns around and goes back to the scene of the crime, Angel's apartment.
And he's there.
Angel is there, and he seems okay, except he's really douchey to her.
Like horribly douchey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And she
I'll call ya.
Yeah, that's how they ended it. Oh, man. Next thing I have is Jenny's uncle.
Yana goes to see Uncle. And we find out why Angel lost his humanity. Mm-hmm. It was the effing.
Yep. One moment of true happiness.
Yep.
So
that's a powerful JJ.
She is the Slayer.
She slayed that humanity right out of him. All right. So then we're back in the hallway. Xander and Willow are talking, and Xander says, "Where'd you go?" And Willow says, "Home. But I came back to school, as you always do, because, it's 10 p.m., so where else would I go? I'm coming back to school."
I mean, the library is open till 8.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, okay. And she says, "Things are not okay between us, but what's happening now is more important." She is very emotionally mature, this Willow.
I'm glad she's around, because somebody has to be.
Yeah. She's the mom. She's the good mom in this show. Xander says, oh, yeah, so then they're back in the library, I guess?
No, but they're still in the hallway, and
okay.
Angel shows up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, before that, though. Okay, so I got it out of order. Xander says, "I think I'm having a thought." Yes, that's a thought. Now I'm having a plan. The lights go out. Now I'm having a Wiggins.
Yes.
Then Angel shows up.
Yep.
And attacks Willow.
Yeah. And then Jenny shows up with a big cross. A very big cross.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, he runs away, right? Because of the cross.
But Buffy shows up, too, just in the nick of time, and then he runs away.
Yeah.
Buffy... Does she crash through the window? I don't know. There's always a crash through a window in this show. Was that the crash? No. I think she just shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jenny hits him from behind with the cross, and he runs away. Yeah. Okay. So now we're back in the library, and Buffy is not happy. She's got one tear.
Looks like a tear.
Streaking down her face. Yep. And so they're all saying, What? They're trying to figure out what triggered Angel becoming a douche. What happened? Something happened last night, Buffy. What happened? And then Buffy's running in the hallway. There's a lot of running in hallways this episode.
Mm-hmm. Then they're going to enact Xander's plan.
Yes.
And Xander and Willow are kind of I'll get Oz. He has a van.
That's right. Then we're at the factory, and this is where we find out Angel's going to torture Buffy like he did Drusilla. Mm-hmm. And then I think he's the one that says, to kill this girl, you have to love her.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Buffy's in her room.
Fake crying, doing an awful acting job in this very scene.
You didn't like the crying?
No, it was so bad.
Okay.
It was so bad. So bad that she had to like curl up on the bed so we couldn't see
the fake
that
crying.
She wasn't really crying.
I will say there's, of course, I mean, with this show, this is not a spoiler, there's more crying in the future.
Okay.
She has a very good, what I call the face crumple.
Oh, yeah.
When she cries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be referring to the face crumple in the future.
All right, the face crumple. And then we're having like what I assumed was a dream sequence, like a sex dream sequence. Mm-hmm. And it's so kind of tame, like very close up of random
skin,
indistinguishable parts of body, skin.
Yep.
You see some lips. You see a blanket getting kind of smushed up and moving around. Very tame sex dream.
I mean, it was 1998.
And then it moves to a funeral. Mm-hmm. A funeral scene. And Angel says, you have to know what to see.
And Jenny takes off her veil.
Ooh. Yeah.
When Buffy was crying, she did take off the Clawder ring that he gave her.
She came in and looked at the cross and then looked at the ring and
Then we're in school. Buffy's on a mission.
I wrote the same thing, all caps. This girl is on a mission and straight up attacks Jenny in the classroom.
In the middle of computer science class.
And the kid is like, should I get the principal? And I'm yelling, no, call the police. That's assault, brother.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Like, no. And Giles, why is Giles in there, first of all? But Giles is like, you're all dismissed. No, okay.
Again, it's California.
It's Sunnydale. It's Sunnydale. Okay, we're all just going to go to the lounge now and have some Dr. Pepper from the fun vending machine.
Some upside down chips.
Jenny confesses who she is, and now they all know that it was the magic sex that turned him.
Giles asks, well, what did you do? She just looks at him. Buffy looks at her. She's like, come on. It's the magic. It's the Slayer. That's what she calls it. It's the Slayer.
Right. I think that's how I'm going to start referring to it.
Army base.
First, before that, Angel finds Uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we could only assume what happens there. But yes, then the army base in Sunnydale?
Yeah.
There's an army base with an armory in Sunnydale.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, there's an Air Force base in 5. There's an Air Force base in Tampa. Why can't there be an Army base in Sunnydale?
I guess. You would think then that there would be more Army presence with all these attacks that are going on throughout Sunnydale and all these, what are they saying that is going out of school? What did Principal Snyder say it was? Cool. What's the excuse for what happens at the school?
Drugs? PCP?
PCP, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. Okay, so Xander BS's his way into the security area of the armory. I said, sure.
Because he remembers it all from when he turned into a soldier on Halloween.
Yeah, sure.
So does that mean that Buffy remembers her horrible accent?
I hope she does, and I hope she feels ashamed. So, he told Cordelia to dress slutty. Because that's why, because she was gonna be the trampy girl he's trying to get into the armory.
Yes.
I don't know why she had to dress slutty. It could have just been, I'm trying to impress this girl.
This episode was written and directed by Joss Whedon, so...
Joss!
That's why.
That's why. All right. So Cordelia says, does looking at guns make you want to have sex? And he says, I'm 17. Looking at linoleum makes me want to have sex.
That's another one of those lines from this season that is permanently in my head, and I love it.
Yeah. So they're obviously getting something at the armory, which TBD.
Willow and Oz are in the van.
Yes.
Oz asked, do you steal weapons from the army a lot? Willow, we don't have cable.
They're having a very intellectual discussion about whether or not they should make out.
Mm-hmm. And, very
rational.
Again, emotional maturity. I am glad that Oz stuck up for himself. And when I'm going to kiss you, it's because you want to kiss me. And not
He's
to
very
make
emotionally mature as well. They're a good match that way. He's a good guy.
He does want Willow kissage.
Kissage, yes, I did write that down, kissage. Yana finds Uncle dead.
He's a ghost on the subway now.
Oh, that's right. Oh, boy.
But was it good for you too? Written in blood on the wall. Gross.
Ew.
Gross.
Unsanitary.
Yeah.
So Buffy knows what she has to do. She's got to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the factory, the judge is ready. He is prepped. He's been on his knees long enough. He's ready. Going to the mat. So now we're back at school, prepping to meet up with the judge. Buffy does not want Jenny's help. She's had it with Jenny. They're not friends anymore.
And you really can't blame her.
No.
Buffy has the weapon. Like there's an angle from her, like from the box, her looking in.
Yeah.
What did you think? Do you have any idea what you were wondering what was in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like that was a big box. I thought it was gonna be like a machine gun or a bazooka or something.
Okay.
Or it could have been like in Kick-Ass. Remember that hovering jet? Did you see Kick-Ass?
No.
Oh well, okay. You guys have seen Kick-Ass. You know at the end where he has the it's like a jetpack. But he's got machine guns mounted on the jetpack on both sides, and he flies up to the window and he just takes them out.
That would be amazing.
Like that. It was amazing.
Then we go off to I think we're at the mall, or is it a movie theater?
Oh, I thought we were. Oh, that's what I wrote too. So okay, they get to the factory, and the factory is empty except for Spike, who's lurking in the corner. And then they go, of course. And I wrote the mall, the theater, a movie theater, a museum. What is this place? Because it's got concessions.
Yes.
But it's really nice. Like, it's got steps and it looks like a museum to me.
Ooh.
But there's a lot of people just kind of standing around with drinks and stuff. So I thought, like it's an art gallery or something.
It's Joyce's Gallery.
It's Joyce's Gallery. Bad things are happening. We knew this. No, it's a movie theater. Because later on I see a sign that says to the theater. And there's like movie posters on the wall. Mm-hmm. So the judge is taking everyone out by his Indiana Jones and the arc electricity trick.
Yeah, they're all frozen, which I thought was an interesting choice. When he does burn up one guy.
Yes,
and then
he just first comes in, but then he's doing the connect the dots with the electricity.
Yeah, it reminded me of the proton packs from Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
When they're taking out
Slimer.
No, Gozer.
Gozer.
The Gozerian.
To the Gozerian.
And then we see Buffy on top of, and this is what made me think maybe it was the movie. It's because she's like at a concession booth.
Yes.
Because there's like candy and stuff.
Yes.
And she's standing there. No weapon forged can stop me. And she breaks out the rocket launcher.
Yes. Well, first she's got the crossbow.
That's true. She does shoot him just to get his attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she's got the bazooka, which is a weapon forged, so I'm not quite sure. But I guess it does damage. I don't know. At least busts him into pieces.
Yeah, I was going to say, it broke him apart. Yeah.
Okay.
But he asks, what's that do? And then we get some slow motion, Drusilla and Angel jumping. And he blows up.
Yes.
Goodbye, the judge.
Well, yes. For now.
Yeah. I mean, this actor.
They went to great lengths previously to separate all those parts to different areas of the world. But they managed to gather them all together. And now, what are these kids going to do? How far apart could they take these parts?
Right.
So, who knows?
And since this actor has been on the show twice now, maybe he needs a third time.
Yeah. I like this guy. Okay, so let's see. Then we're a fight between Buffy and Angel. Mm-hmm. And here we go with the glass. The shattering glass every episode. She throws him through the glass concessions cabinet. She's got the stake at the ready. She can't do it.
No.
But she can kick him in the balls.
And she did.
She did. And apparently those are not affected by being a vampire. They are still, they still act the same as a human.
Mm-hmm. And as a male, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible pain.
Been kicked in the balls?
I've never been kicked, but like I've gotten like a ball like in gym class, not purposely, but you know.
Oh, ball to the balls.
It's not only is it pain.
Metal song.
Not only is it pain, but it goes like up into your stomach. Like there's just horrible, not fun.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm sure nowhere near like childbirth, but it's still pretty bad.
I wasn't being accusatory.
I know you were. I'm just putting it out there.
Awful.
I liked when they're picked up the pieces and Oz is just like, arm.
I know, he's kind of in it, but he's kind of not.
Yeah.
Like, he's still kind of removed. He's not part of the group yet.
Not an official Scooby.
Right, not yet. So Giles drives Buffy home, and, you know it's not over.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Giles says it's not her fault. And I said, really? It's Jenny's fault.
Yeah.
And he supports and respects her, even though she's a whore like her mother.
Oh my god.
All right.
It was a sweet moment between the two of them.
Between Giles and Buffy.
Yeah.
Yes. Followed by a sweet moment with Joyce and Buffy.
Didn't have time to make her a real cake.
She brought her some Publix cupcakes, which are very good. And Joyce is still clueless.
Oh, absolutely.
Why she's so upset and what's going on in her life.
They snuggle. They're watching a movie.
Yeah.
A black and white movie.
Yes.
You didn't happen to know what movie it was,
No.
did you? Okay.
That's not that old.
No, I just sometimes you know
Sean,
things.
why would I know that off the top of my head?
You know,
Does anybody know?
You're
I
good
bet
with
it's in the
pop
trivia
culture.
somewhere.
And Joyce tells her to make a wish, and Buffy says, I'll just let it burn.
Because that's what she does. She lets it burn like the gymnasium at her last school.
Yes. And it ends.
The end.
Yeah. Innocence is gone.
Yeah. You know, we all had that. That's what we could have talked about, our first heartbreak.
I think we have.
Probably.
Well, I've talked about mine.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm sure I have. I've had many.
Oh, jeez.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm 53 years old.
Yeah,
I've had
yeah.
quite a few.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be more
It's
heartbreak.
important. That's how you learn.
Yes. There'll be more heartbreak in the future for us to discuss.
Okay, we'll store that one up.
How many steaks?
I'll give this one 3 steaks.
All right. 4.
4.
This is one of my favorites.
You really love this one.
Yeah.
All right. And then I think I already highlighted my favorites. I think the Drusilla, I'm naming all the stars.
Yeah.
And Spike, you can't see all the stars. That's the ceiling. That was pretty funny.
I think it's Xander's I'm 17. Linoleum makes me want to have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So that's it.
That's it.
That's it for this episode.
Yeah. Yep. We have episode 15, Phases, next.
Phases. Let's talk about our diorama contest.
Yes.
Diorama derby, derby.
Running out of time. Probably when this one comes.
I know, you guys. Come on now. I think we're going to have to post a picture of the prizes that we've got together.
I was thinking that.
Yes, to lure you in. Because they're good prizes, man.
They are good prizes.
And if you guys don't participate, then Sean and I are just going to have to keep them.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
we will.
We will, but we don't want to.
No, we want to give them away.
So if you don't know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
we are having a contest where we want you to make a shoebox diorama.
Yes.
Any scene from season 1 or 2.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, please. And create that diorama, snap a photo, and send it to us via email at thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com.
Yes.
You have until the end of May.
Yes.
And we will judge, just like the judge. Mm-hmm. And we will declare the winner by mid-June. And we will be reaching out to get the address and send our fabulous prizes.
Yes. All correct. What he said.
So get those entries in.
Please.
Yeah. You want to tell about the socials?
The socials. We are the Sunnydale Diaries on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. We have the SunnydaleDiaries.com, at which you can find a link to get onto our Discord server. And if you want to leave us a review or feedback, please do so on your podcast app of choice. Drop us a line. You have any questions, comments? We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see you next time for Phases.
Bye.
Bye.